Yes, I am soaked, and yes, surprise, surprise, it's raining again, and some vicious lightning actually. But never fear, that never stopped the old guy from pursuing the dream, going to look at our truck. Going to check out a Ford F150 today and see what kind of deal we can get. But yeah, nasty weather again. It's every day. I never knew Michigan has a monsoon season, but apparently it does. Look at my hydrangeas, just miserable. Isn't it sad? Just totally miserable. This is just nuts. I've been working on getting the old truck cleaned out. She's never looked so clean. 108,000. Still a steal. It's just I can't take shifting all the time anymore. My leg in a traffic jam does not like it. So I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully it's a better experience than the last one. Well, so far so good. It looks quite nice, quite clean. We're going to take it for a little spin and see how it goes. There she is. Looks pretty good. Unlike last time, we actually have proper tires. It's fairly noisy, so we're going to take it somewhere quiet and listen to it. The engine, of course, looks fairly clean.
Did you check the oil?
No, I didn't.
I don't know how it is.
That's a good question. Usually they're yellow. Oh, way up in there.
Wow, there it is.
Wow. How are you going to do that? Can you reach it?
You've got longer arms than me, dude.
Here, you film. Go around the front. That is. Ah!
You okay?
Wow. Crystal clear. You can't even see it until it's sheen.
Yeah.
So it's a 6-cylinder with a turbo. EcoBoost. We were looking at the Dodge had a 5.7 Hemi 8-cylinder. Almost sounds like a diesel.
Yeah.
You know?
Thankfully it's not knocking anymore.
But you hear the
Yeah. You're off.
I guess if you want. Yeah, that turned off that sound. That was the air. The sound went away. I think the Ram is a little quieter on the inside. I think the Ram's a little bit roomier on the inside. Of course, the engine's a little bit louder. But this one does have the safety where... What was that? Oh, it turned off. You got that thing on again or something. You got that thing on, it turned off.
It turned off?
Yeah. It must come on automatically. It's still running the air conditioner. It has that thing where it automatically turns off and idle.
So when you turn the truck off,
Every time it's like see, it's still running the air. I mean, that's what it does. It has, you can turn the thing off, and every time you stop it for a little while, it shuts down the engine. Not sure if I'm a fan. You can turn that option off, but it's kind of weird. So everything was going great. The car looked great, started right up, was very clean. They did a great job detailing it. It was a nice color, almost black. They call it Magna Red, but it was basically black with just a faintest shade of red, which is fine. I was good with the color, good with everything. It ran very quietly. So everything was good until the test drive. And I got in the vehicle and I shut the door and the door just hit my leg wrong. It reminds me of the Hummer. The Hummer does the same thing. Now my Ram 2500, no issues. My legs, my knees do not hit anything. Maybe it's because the seat goes back further. And I wish I could have got back in a Ram after the F-150 just to double check. But I'm telling you, I knew right away something wasn't as comfortable. Another thing I noticed, in my opinion, Ben thinks that the Ford was quieter, but there's no way. The minute you shut the doors, the cabin is so much quieter, even when not moving, in my opinion, on the Ram. Do you guys have an opinion? Have you ever driven a Ram 1500 versus a Ford 150? Which do you think is quieter? Now driving, I am convinced that the Ram was quieter. Better ride. Now the Ford has the leaf springs in the back, so it's a stiffer ride. I prefer the 1500. I prefer the Ram. It's a softer ride, but this had the small V6 with the turbo, and there was plenty of power. But I'm just wondering, how long do the turbos last? Now the Ram had the 5.7 Hemi, and those been around. And I have the same engine in my 2500, my 3/4 Ram. And the engine, I think, is well proven. It's been around a long time. The Econo one, I'm not so sure. With the, is the turbo going to hold out? Is the lifetime of the truck? I don't know. What do you guys think? I've heard a lot of people saying, well, the fit and finish is better in the Ford. Maybe the armrests are maybe just a hair bit more plushy, but I gotta say, there were some things I did not like as good. The navigation system looked way, way better in the Ram than in the Ford. Another thing I liked about the Ram, the navigation, you can have it where it is also not just over on the big screen, but also right where like the speedometer is. They got a little screen there where it tells you, which way to turn or whatever. That is pretty cool. I thought the screen looked way better. And another thing, the font, as far as the size of the digital speedometer on the Ford, it's like they got just a little tiny little, it's like they needed a larger digital speedometer numbers, in my opinion. It just like it looked too small, too scrunched. I still was willing to take the Ford. They wanted 38, and I thought, well, I'll go 37. But they said they are going to send the vehicle to auction, and they are not dealing. I knew the vehicle had been a while sitting there because the rotors had a little bit of rust, surface rust on them. And where they had the sticker in the window, it was all faded. So I knew this car has been sitting there for some time. I don't think it's seen a bunch of test drives. So I thought I might be able to sway a deal, at least $1,000. What is it? Nobody does any haggling anymore? It didn't say that. It didn't say that we are a non-negotiating dealer, a no haggle dealer, nothing like that. So I just asked the lady, and nope, not going to come down a penny. This was their best price. And it is due to go, she said it was going to auction today, but she pulled it out of the line for the auction so I could test drive it. And it's going tomorrow. Okay, let it go. I got $25 Amazon gift card for the trouble of driving in and doing the test drive, which wasn't a big deal. I'm glad that I did it. next time I go out, though, I definitely want to try a Ram 1500 and the F-150 one more time, side by side, immediately. The problem is when there's a day in between, I think it's not as good as singing them both immediately, but I am sure I thought that the Ram just felt more in control, easier to get in and out of, felt just better with the navigation system, easier to see. I was just like, seemed like the Ford, the steering wheel stuff didn't have easy to, I mean, the icons of what all the buttons do weren't as good. I didn't think as the stuff that was on the Ram. But here's the problem: the Ram does not have the thing where it brakes for a pedestrian. I really did like that about the Ford. Supposedly, if it sees a pedestrian or a car, it will do the stopping for you, like on my van. Apparently, the Ram, you have to go up in a package, or I'm not even sure. I have to look. I'm not sure if the Ram even offers it for a pedestrian, but so I think the Ford did have some cool safety features, and the Ford seems to have a slightly better certified warranty. You know, it just didn't hit me as good. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I can see. I guess the bottom line, it comes down to money, but let me know what you guys think. I'm really interested to see, are you a Ram fan or a Ford fan? And I know people are probably saying, what about the Chevys? Let me know if you love your Chevy. You know, if you tried the Ram and you tried the Ford and you're like, man, neither one does it for me, I'm going with Chevy. I just think that the Chevy was kind of my last choice overall. They always seemed a lot of money for what you get at first blush anyway. I may have to drive one of those after all and just see. But so far, I guess I'm going to be continuing the hunt and probably leaning right now towards a Ram. Tomorrow I'm taking my Kia. I was going to go to Carfax, and I am, but I put the information in on Carfax. I also put it in to Edmunds, and Edmunds was given a little bit better deal, so I'm going to drive out tomorrow, and you still take it to Carfax, but you get a little better price on it. Seem like I'll let you guys know if they honor the price that they've quoted so far. I'll let you know if they honor the price that they rough quoted so far. It'll be interesting to see. I gave them the VIN, I gave them all the information, and you know, obviously they give you a ballpark. It's not an exact, supposedly, but we'll see how close it comes in. It's a bit of a haul again. 2 hours. I'm 2 hours from everywhere and everything. Apparently, everything's 2 hours this way, 2 hours that way, but that's what you get for living in the country. Anyways, thanks so much for stopping by, and let me know what your thoughts are. Until next time, we'll see yous.